Call this meeting to order, 5/20/2025 of the Red River Valley Charter School Governance Council. Roll call, we've got Courtney Henderson here. We've got Heather.
Here.
Reed here. And Nick.
Here.
And I guess we'll do the pledge real quick.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right.
We did have one change to make on this agenda.
Yes. Kimberly, do you have a hard copy of the agenda?
Oh, absolutely. Here you go. There you go.
Nice. So I make a motion to approve the agenda with the change of approving the monthly financial statements for March and April.
I second.
All in favor, Courtney, aye. Heather?
Yes.
Reed?
Yes.
And Nick?
Yes.
Yes, unanimous.
I made a motion to approve the agenda with the change to item, I believe it's 5A,
March and April.
to approve the financial statements for March of 25 and April of 25.
Motion to approve the agenda with changes to,
You want this back?
yes, sorry.
5A, the
Okay.
monthly financial statement for March and April.
Oh, to,
To approve March,
2025.
yes, because we're approving March and April.
so I made a motion to approve the agenda with changes to 5A to approve March and April.
Excited.
Cool, sorry.
We've got the item to approve, amend, or disapprove the previous minutes from April 28th. You've got them right there.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from April 20th, 2025.
Second.
All in favor, Courtney, aye. Heather?
Yes.
Reed?
Yes.
And Nick?
Yes.
Okay, we're
Admin reports really short and sweet this week, this month. Looking pretty good on enrollment. We were hoping for 78. Right now we have 76 students coming in. Looking good. Upcoming calendar events, Capos tomorrow. We also have a fire drill coordinated with the fire department. We're going to test out our new system that when you pull from the building, it goes to the firehouse. We want to see if that works. So they're going to be here with us about 3 o'clock. We're going to pull that alarm. We have our celebration ceremony you're all invited to on May 22nd. We'll start about 9 o'clock. Staff will wrap up on the 23rd, and then we start our summer reading program June 2nd through the 20th. And that'll be a 4-day week, 8 to 1 for students. We won't run lunches. We'll have them bring a lunch, and then we'll provide a snack. Maintenance, we've had some issues with our lines backing up over and over again. I think we've called Chris out.
Sewer lines?
Sewer lines, yeah, and they back up into the building and into the classroom. They overflowed. So Chris he's come out 4 times. He scoped the line this weekend and said, yes, there's a problem in the line. I'm going to have to dig and I'm going to have to fix it. And I said, great, let's do it. So we've been added to his list. And in the meantime, he's given us a break on coming out and pumping. Like he's having to blow out the lines every 2 weeks we've had it. So we thought it was a toilet paper issue, but we now know it's not. It's a broken line issue.
Do we need to go to Quest with this?
I was going to ask something, but it should be
I
maintenance.
don't believe we do because it is maintenance and it is emergency safety kind of a situation is my take on it. I will absolutely call and ask if, you know.
At least just let them know.
Okay. All right.
We're having sewer problems.
Okay. Yep.
We probably need to get a line dug up.
Okay. We'll do. I will do that. I'll email John tomorrow the soup.
Let them know, or we should just let them know every move, basically, so that they have nothing to complain about.
Okay. Got it. And then professional development, we finished our OSE, that's the Office of Special Ed Monitoring. We still haven't received those results. And we had our national school lunch program audit. It went very well. There's a couple of little tweaks that we need to do, but he was very happy with our school, impressed with our kids, and very impressed with what Teresa is doing in the kitchen without very much equipment, and how many kids actually purchase food and enjoy it. So it was a good visit.
Okay.
And that's it for me.
Yeah, it doesn't look like we have any comments. Public comments. So we'll move on to the consent agenda. Where we're covering the wellness.
I need to
policy.
apologize. Did I send you the transportation contract?
I don't think you did.
So I apologize for that. He just got back to me today at 2:00. So if we want to, because we've already approved the agenda, I don't know what to do with that. I'm sorry.
How much did it come up from last year?
We can't discuss it because it's on the consent. So maybe we could approve the consent agenda without including the transportation contract?
When does that contract need to be done?
It needs to be submitted.
Probably by the end of June.
To Katie, when does transportation, I got an email not too long ago, and I believe it said just as soon as possible.
So you can submit what we have now without the board approving, and then we can have the board approve later and then resubmit it with their approval. So they just want a contract. So I think that would be fine, because for emergency stuff like this, like if you and Courtney review it and approve it, then the board can ratify it the next time.
Okay. Even though we failed to take it off the consent agenda because I failed to say it.
No, we can, like she said, just.
Yeah, when you vote on the consent agenda, just say we agree to everything except this. It's fine.
Motion to approve the consent agenda. I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda, tabling item 4D, the transportation contract.
Second.
All in favor, Courtney, aye. Heather?
Yes.
Reed?
Yes.
And Nick?
Yes.
And let's see, we've got the monthly financial statement.
Yes. The Finance Committee met today, and we went over the monthly financial statements. If anybody has any, everything was in your packet. I don't know if anyone has any particular questions for it, but if not, I recommend approving the monthly financial statements for March and April.
I'll make a motion to approve those.
I'll second.
All in favor, Courtney, aye. Heather?
Yes.
Reed?
Yes.
And Nick?
Yes.
We'll go down these one at a time, and then we have the bars, I think.
Bars.
Right here.
So we got increase for software. Another increase for software. All different. Needed to put it all into the software.
$100 there, $300 there.
And then this is for, so with this, if we do this bar, would that cover the contract, or is that just a?
No, I asked Katie. 35I, Katie.
That has to do with the
Says
transportation?
pupil transportation on it. Is that field trips?
35I?
35I, yeah, it's for 2420 for pupil transportation.
Hold on. Hmm. Hmm. I see 32.
30, 31, 32.
Yeah, 32, 33, 34, 35.
32, 31, 33, 28, 27.
We got two, you don't, or we got a few.
Hold on. Oh, maybe there was some. Hold on. There might be a last minute one. Let me go look in the system. Hmm.
And when we're reading these, this is the from fund and the to fund, right?
Ours, 30I.
Got 30I, 31I, 32I,
35I.
Is there a 33?
33 right here.
It's 30.
Oh, 35I.
I.
Yeah, so it was just a, let's see, what kind of bar is this? Increase, hold on, entry.
That PK, is that pre-K?
Oh, no, it's because, it's what it is. The end of year, cash balance. So we, had to pay half of it back and then we received half of it. And so that's what this bar is for, is the half that we, did not, or the half that we get to keep. So we returned half of last year's that we didn't spend, and then we got this.
So we get to keep this for next year?
Well, we get to keep it for this year, and then next year we'll do the same thing. Whatever our fund balance is, we'll split in half. We'll keep half and we'll return half.
So that's the one you were asking about.
We got them all in there. Any more questions?
I'll make a motion to approve bars 27T, 30I, 31I, 32I, 33I, 34D, and 35I.
I will second.
All in favor? Courtney, aye. Heather?
Yes.
Reed?
Yes.
And Nick?
Yes.
Okay, now we've got policies and procedures.
That's right here. It's the same as last year. Do you want to go over it, Katie? There's no changes, right? We just have to
Yeah, there's no changes. It's just the same policies. So it's just, in case people want to review them, and also just so we kind of have our eyes on them once a year and approve them again.
I'll make a motion to approve the school year 26 policies and procedures.
I'll second.
All in favor of Courtney, aye. Heather?
Yes.
Reed?
Yes.
And Nick?
Yes.
And now the budget.
We went over our budget today in the meeting, and we're on track. We're in a good place. Everything will be fine. We'll be moving forward. As Kimberly was talking about in her admin report, there was not, even though we based our budget on probably slightly more students than we currently have, we should still be fine. So our budget looks good for the upcoming year, and I recommend approving that budget.
I'll make a motion to approve the school year 26 budget.
I'll second.
All in favor of Courtney, aye. Heather?
Yes.
Reed?
Yes.
And Nick?
Yes.
And then the calendar, did everyone get a chance to?
I did print it out like I do at Public Safe Facing for the parents too, just because that other Excel spreadsheet's kind of it's harder to read. But basically, if it's pink, it's an early release. If it's one pink day, like here on August, 13, the kids will go home early and the staff will stay and have professional development. If it's 2 days together, the kids will go home early, but that's for parent-teacher conferences. The 4th will be students K through 8 starting, and then the next Monday will be pre-K starting per that consent agenda so that she can do home visits that first week of school. We do have to come back after Memorial Day next year, but we'll be out on a Thursday, and then teachers will come and finish up classrooms and such on Friday. We kept a 4-day week. We only chose to participate in 2 holidays. That's Labor Day and MLK. And we shifted the Fridays because of wanting to get our days in. And then we are mandated to take Election Day off. So we took that off, and that's also a shift. So we have 3 Fridays for this school year. And then we kept our fall break, our winter break. Thanksgiving remains a short break, and spring break. So all of those are still there that families are used to having in our tourist community.
I'll make a motion to approve the school year 26 calendar.
I'll second.
All in favor, Courtney, aye. Heather?
Yes.
Reed?
Yes.
And Nick?
Yeah.
Then we've got the Axiom contract, which we also went over in financial meeting today.
Yes.
Uh,
We did go over that today, and we discussed that there are 3 options to the Axiom contract. There's a base business management. There also adds grant services, which we have done this year, and that's been working out quite well for us. And then there's also the addition of capital outlay, which we did do this year as well, and they were able to get us a lot of capital outlay funds from the legislature without us having to go through a third party.
Yeah, when we were going through the lobbyist, if I may, when we were going through the lobbyist, it was 10% of whatever we received. Kimberly Gonzalez and I got together this year and did it, and Katie says we were the guinea pigs and we got 500,000 and we didn't have to pay anything. And so if we were able to do that next year, if we needed additional funds for either buildings or something else, then we'd have it.
You didn't pay anything.
No, we were their pilot program, if you will.
Yeah.
Well, it's the contract price,
It's
right?
included in the third option for the contract.
And here.
So, but compared to the 10% or
It's
whatever,
way less.
it's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Significantly.
So
Yes.
this is what it would look like.
And it would be for any capital outlay that we went for during the year.
So do we have to approve the contract with an option, or is approving the contract
Yes.
cover our option?
Okay, yeah, just
So-
as it is.
I would recommend approving the contract with both optional pieces.
Okay.
Same as this year.
Same as what we did this year, because the grant writing has helped us a lot, and they also identify grant options for us that we don't always come across,
You
or
don't always see it.
that
Yeah.
we don't always see that they see,
Yeah,
that we
yeah,
don't, as well as the piece for the capital outlay.
And Deb is working on she's working on a grant for us right now to try to offset the cost of the fence. And that's what I've been
I was gonna
focused
ask
on
about that.
all year was the fence. So she is working on something that is fence related. And Katie said this coming year, there'll be a monthly meeting with your grant writer so that you can talk about what are your needs and so forth. So I think it's beneficial.
I'll make a motion to approve the Axiom contract for school year 26 with the optional add-ons.
I'll second it.
All in favor, Courtney, aye. Heather?
Yes.
Reed?
Yes.
And Nick?
Yes.
And we have to vote to enter a lease negotiation?
Well, that was before that was when I was covering my bases. So I feel like we should just, make sure that this is what we're going to move forward and
So
enter into negotiations.
Right.
I'll make a motion to enter into lease negotiations with West
I'll second.
All in favor, Courtney, aye. Heather?
Yes.
Reed?
Yes.
And Nick?
Yeah.
Do we have any announcements?
No,
We're
just
not the old bit.
no.
No old business. I guess the next regular meeting, is that a third Tuesday.
That's a Monday.
It's a
That's
Monday.
the,
Third
yeah.
Monday.
Mhm.
That's Monday after Art and Wine.
It is. That's true. We'll see about if we have a draft of a lease at that point. They did say something about they would try to
Trying
get
to
it
get
to
it.
us in June.
So that we
So-
have it before July.
So we'll see.
Is there any reason to push the June meeting back a week?
When is their meeting in June?
There, I believe well, what's,
Tomorrow's the 21st. So
and
that's
is it the third
it's the
Wednesday?
third Wednesday, so that would put their meeting.
Yeah, so do you want to put it for after that?
Well, oh,
What do you guys think?
yeah, I'd like to, assuming they have a meeting on the 18th, I'd like to push ours back. I mean, unless there's anything pressing we need to get done in June, but
I'm always flexible. Yeah.
Often in June, we move it to the next to last week or last week of June so that we can clear up any end of year business that needs to be approved.
So the 23rd then?
The 23rd would be fine.
yeah, 23rd's fine with me.
Okay. Do we need to vote on that? Or no?
I think we just move it, right?
23rd, 5:30.
On the note of meetings, is there a few local people express interest if we can email the agenda out or email notifications out? Parents were wondering if, I think Liz used to do that back in the day.
Yeah, Liz.
I don't know.
Liz
Would
did
you-
everything.
I think we have an email list, but if there's a way we could just send an email, maybe give them a week's notice if the agenda's
Sure.
fine, just like, hey, the meeting's coming up on this date, and then, check here for the agenda. The upcoming agenda. So we don't have to worry about posting the agenda, but maybe a week out from any meeting that we have scheduled, we can
So
email the parents.
will you be fine if I just did that on our platform, our dojo platform,
Yeah,
and just
and
let
I'll
them
just say,
know? Yeah, make aware.
I would just say, hey, we have a school board meeting coming up on this date. Click this link. The agendas are posted 72 hours, at least 72 hours in advance. Check back around then for the agendas.
Got it.
Just so we can start getting some of the parents involved.
Can always hope.
Okay.
Yeah, and if you express interest.
No, that's great. That's great.
It's an easy thing to do.
Anything that helps to get them here.
Well, I guess we'll adjourn.
Okay.
Thanks, Katie.
Thanks,
All right.
Kate.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Oops, I think I did it wrong. Gotta go to stop.